some of my thoughts on the issue and see, in the expressions, the responses, what people think. Because for years, Tona, for decades, yes, for decades in this country, there was a particular dynamic between politician and gangster, politician and badman, politician and enforcer, and politician and assassin or hitman. 4 different categories. A badman don't necessarily have to be an assassin. Yeah? An assassin don't necessarily have to be an area leader or a don. Yeah? And the relationship was such that everybody knew, even if you didn't know, but because so many people told you it was happening and there were so many cases that could be cited, so many instances, where the hold of politicians on communities, on constituencies, on parts of constituencies, on certain people and their influence, the sphere of influence, that they could, you believe, instruct this fellow to eliminate that person or to disrupt that place or firebomb that tenement yard or burn down that house or kidnap that businessman or neutralize that journalist, or I want 5 of you when the journalists come at the conference when they beat him up. Yeah? As they did John Hearn back in the day. I want you to, they could direct like that. And those were some of the darkest days of our politics, when the politicians had that power and had that influence. And I grew up in a home where politics was here, there, and everywhere. It was even in the pot I ate from. And I know the stories, I know the tales. I saw the men with the telephone scars. I was explaining that to you the other day. Yeah? And how they got it. And how they came to get it based on the instruction of whomever. So the darkest days of Jamaica's politics were defined, in a sense, by the politician, whether MP or councillor, or somebody even close to the politician, still branded politician, being able to direct serious assault, to direct murder, and to direct serious crime. Those days are over. The politician in Jamaica in 2026 no longer has that power and authority, because the things that they could use to establish that authority, they don't have those tools at their disposal anymore. What I mean is this. Back in the day, you wanted to organize your visa. The politician could organize one for you. You make some calls and you get a visa. Can't do that anymore. The politician could ensure that, you are doing business. You could bypass certain steps and, you could own fat contracts. You could do all of these things. You could benefit from the state purse directly, quickly, no problem. Because of the rules of engagement, that doesn't exist anymore. And because of the democratization of crime, criminals are able to amass their own wealth without the need for a politician's interference. Criminals are wealthier than politicians. So I don't need anything from you. If I want to go foreign, I can go myself. I can pay my own plane fare. I can enjoy the trappings of life without you having to intervene. Who are you? I earn more than you, boy. Go on side. That's the attitude of criminals to politicians, and it has been that for several years now. So they don't have that influence. But what kind of influence do they still have? And this is the troubling part now. Because the politician has seen influence disappear, where their ability to direct their goons to commit serious crime is concerned. And now the power that the politician has and the influence is wielded through getting goons to destroy people's reputations on social media. That's where it has gone. That's where the power and influence of the politician is now present. Because make no mistake about it, the people you see making all kinds of videos, the people you see posting all kinds of lies, not even nonsense, lies, daily, weekly, systematically, They are not doing it for free. They are being paid to do so. They are highly coordinated. And these groups exist across the big political divide. Make no mistake about it. They do. So these groups exist, funded, taken care of by some of our political representatives. And that is their new influence of power. So look at what happened with Dr. Horace Chang the other day. You know, I had a conversation with him and he was saying that he was doing well and so forth and everything. Lo and behold, days later, this nasty thing started spreading on the internet about Dr. Chang almost being at death's door. And the people who were doing it, you think they did that for free? You think they came up with the idea? And even if they did come up with the idea, who gave the idea legs? So what we're seeing now is those who want to keep the politics on a knife's edge, those who want to continuously seek to destabilize, they have now energized people to destroy you, not with a gun, but with a post on social media. And it's death by 1,000 cuts. Every day you get another cut. And because the social media spaces are so vitriolic and the lies are so steady and consistent and the attacks are so persistent, you are buffeted daily by the lies and misinformation. Some of us are afraid to even venture on social media and put our families out there. You know, it's only recently I said, boy, you know, me now make people me live my life under a cloud because, you know, I don't exist on social media. Mm-hmm. And partly because, as I've said, I post something and you come and you say what you say, and depending on what you say, I'm going to answer you. And then all I've worked for in this vocation is going to disappear because I'm going to be you go low, I'm going basement, sir. We're going to dig for gold because I'm going down. And because I want to avoid being drawn into that, I avoid the social media spaces because of UNO. Enabled by the politicians, supercharged by their dollars, organized, having no meetings, and you come and you try to destroy people. So where is the society going with this as the case? Based on how the crime, as I said, has been democratized, and politicians no longer have the hold on men with money and guns anymore. Can't program them as they did one time. They're programming a new set of people. And there are some names I could drop, but that's what you all want. You want me to call your name. It will never happen on this program. No, sir, I can call mine every day. That's fine. But I won't. No, you're not getting the platform. I'm sorry. But you all know yourselves. And so what kind of democracy is being developed by this phase of the control by politicians of mindless people in the society? What will 10 years from now look like? Will it evolve to a different phase as it has evolved from politicians being able to call John Tom and say, go kill Lamande? And the politician was the most important people. The politician was the most important person in your book of contacts on your phone. No longer, no, sir. Yeah? But where will the evolution move from here? And how do we counter those whose livelihood depends on going online and destroying people at the direction and remuneration of those we elect to serve the politics in Jamaica? That's the question that's contemplating my mind this morning.